Greetings, YouTubers. Well, we're working on this Super Road 2009. Got the engine all back together, king bearings, nitrate hardened steel Super Road crank. Runs great. Over about 200 miles or so. I noticed I had a little bit of oil leak right up here. Got the oil pump that bolts here and all that. I'm making this video so you don't do the same thing I did, make the mistake. Or if you're tired, or if you're in a hurry. Well, sometimes these things happen. Here is the oil pump. This is a brand new oil pump, and you can see here I had some silicone here and all the way around here, and I got the O-ring right here that goes there. Now on the top here, I was supposed to put silicone. For some reason, I didn't put any up on the top here, and of course, by me not doing that, when this thing was running, I kept seeing oil up here. And I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. I thought maybe I forgot to put it in here when I bolted this block together, but I couldn't see it leaking here, so I just pulled everything apart here. It cost me about an hour or so. And lo and behold, that's what happened. So just don't make this same mistake. But I had it down here, no problem. The oil comes in and goes to the oil pump, and it goes to this hole and goes back in. Of course, this is just crankcase oil that gets spun around and all that. The front seal was not leaking, so that was not a problem. So my issue was me not putting enough silicone on her. So be careful, make sure you get it all the way around here, and put some around there and go all the way around, all that, won't hurt anything. So that way you won't have a leak up here seeping out. But my belts, they were bone dry, which over here, they had no oil on them whatsoever, so I looked at the belts and I couldn't figure out what was going on with that. So just so you know, don't make that mistake. Alright, the other thing is on this air conditioning, I don't have the bracket where you adjust to slip this belt on. You have to bolt the whole unit on, then you have to stretch the belt on. I want to show you how I typically get these belts on. You don't have to do it this way, but I've done it all the time. It doesn't hurt anything. After we get all this together here, I'm going to show you how I do this when I bolt this on here. We're going to put the air conditioning belt back on that, and that way you'll know how I did it. Maybe this will help you. Alright, there we go. We got this nice oil pump back on, and we got silicone on there like it should be, and hopefully I won't have no more leaks. So in order to do this and take this timing belt off and all that, you can just put the power steering unit off the side. Don't even have to unhook any hoses. Alternator, it's still hooked up. Actually, it's just laying over here. Make sure you put something on the battery so it doesn't short it out. And just kind of pull some wires out of the way and you're good to go. So fairly easy timing belt to even work on if you need to do that. Alright, so that is that. And now let's go ahead and put this together. And I'll put this air conditioning pump on. And I'll show you how I'll put that belt on. Hey, let me know where you're watching from right now. Oh, and one other quick tip, guys. Check this out. See that clamp? And that clamp over there? Well, when I go to these yard sales, man, I buy these things. You never know what you're going to need. You get them for like 50 cents each sometimes, but these are nice to go ahead and help hold that belt on there. Just, kind of pull pressure on there and keeps that belt from coming off. There's my timing mark there and all that. So, yeah, pretty cool, huh? Alright, so the pump is on and everything, and I've got the big pulley here on for the crank, or the harmonic bouncer, whatever you want to call it. And here is the belt. Now the alternator belt and the power steering belt, the alternator belt and the AC belt. The AC belt's the smaller one, so don't get them messed up. So what we're going to do, we'll set the camera up here. I'm going to show you how I get this on there. Alright, so by the way, I'm using a 22mm socket on the nut, on the crank, because we'll have to turn it. Now I usually just take the belt and kind of put it up behind the pulley like this, between the plastic and the crank, and you might have to fight with it for a few seconds. But once you get it up in here, you can go ahead and put it behind here. So you go ahead and get this behind here like that, and there's that, and there is that. Now just kind of push out on a little bit right here, and we're going to turn the crank this way with this big nut and this guy here. These are stretch belts, so don't worry about breaking them. I've done a lot of these like this. And we'll just start turning the crank here and kind of get it started on the bottom. Try to keep the top of it here straight. And we'll just start turning it. Make sure it's starting straight on the crank. Sometimes it can go a little crooked. It's Monday, so there we go. I like that, so we'll just start turning it. Just take your time. And boom, just like that, our belt is on. So hopefully that'll help you out. You don't have to do this. If this makes you cringe, don't do it. Go out and buy some special tools, but no problem. So there you go. And I've done this belt here probably 3 or 4 times already, and you can see it's still in really good shape. There's no problems with it and all that, and it's on the pulley just like it should be, and up there. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and all that good stuff, and maybe more Subaru stuff later. If you want to see more Subaru stuff on a Forester, let me know in the comment section. Until my next video, I'll see you later.